Welcome to NESportsFanTV. I'm your host, Steve Thompson. This is episode 25. Got a lot of good stuff to talk about on the show tonight. Got the Redsox taking on Tampa Bay down at Fenway Park tonight. My parents are actually at the game tonight, so that's pretty cool. We're gonna, over the next few days, we're gonna go over every single draft pick that the Patriots had in this past weekend's draft. I know it's a lot of different players. We all might not be completely familiar with everyone. So I'm going to go over every pick that the Patriots, took in this draft, strengths, weaknesses, things like that. Also on the show, we got some Bruins updates and also who the Celtics might be targeting in the upcoming draft and, free agency / trades. Enjoy the show.
Back at the wall! Play clock at 5. Pass is Horton. The drive score!
Looking aggressive, Tim Thomas is, and looking at.
Let's jump right into the highlights. Another Red Sox loss tonight. 5-1. They lost to Tampa Bay. Let's check out this play by Hanley Ramirez. He actually gets hurt pretty bad on the play. They say it's a strained shoulder, but looks a lot worse than that if you ask me. Also, I thought, he caught the ball. The umpires got together and actually said it wasn't a catch because apparently it's like football now. You have to go to the ground catching the ball and maintaining possession. And watch it again. He takes 2 steps, then slams under the wall, loses the ball. Clearly looks like a catch to me. See, he's got it, and then he hits the wall, and then it comes out. So, not really sure what the heck's going on, but one of the bright spots tonight is Swihart gets his first caught stealing, thrown out runner of the season and actually of his major league career. So that was pretty sweet. One bright spot, as I was saying, Buck Holtz went 6 1/3, gave up, 5 runs. So he started off pretty crappy and then, kind of lasted a lot longer than I thought he was. So let's take it a little bit of progress for Clay. Hopefully the next start he's a little bit better. Now what we're going to do the next few days, we're going to go over every draft pick that the Patriots had this past weekend. I know it's a lot of info, a lot of different players, some of them you might not be familiar with. So today we're going to start with Trey Jackson. He was a 4th round pick for Florida State, offensive guard. Weighs about 330 pounds, 6'4" or so. But All-American, he had a ton of awards, as you can see on that slide that was this year. He's All-American in pretty much every thing that you could possibly be in, and he played with Brian Stork, who, as you all know, is the starting center for the New England Patriots, so it's going to bring some continuity there to the offensive line, which is pretty cool. So that's pretty awesome. And then they picked a guy out of Oklahoma, 97th overall, Gennaro Grissom. He's a kind of a hybrid type player. He's a defensive end / linebacker. He made the transition from from defensive end to linebacker last year. So he's pretty fast. He weighs 250 pounds or so. 6'4" He's very fast. Very smart. You all know how Belichick loves his players, smart and versatile. It's pretty much 2 of the main traits he looks for in players. He was all Big 12 honorable mention last year. So he actually missed the last 3 games of the year with a toe injury. But, he got him 97th overall. He looks pretty good to me. He's got a, definitely a high upside. He looks like he has a pretty big motor as far as, not needing a lot of plays off. So looks pretty good to me. And on to the Boston Celtics. The latest rumor is the Celtics, they have all the pieces that they need to trade into the top 10 of the draft. As soon as I saw that, I'm like, whoa, holy shit, you kidding me? So much of the guys are, the top trend. This is actually a really deep draft, according to Danny Ainge, so just take that with a grain of salt coming from Danny. But one of the guys in the top 10 that I would like to go for is Justice Winslow. He's a forward out of Duke. If you're a college basketball fan like myself, this guy really came into his own in the tournament. He was a freshman, so he's coming out early, so he might take a little bit of time to, get acclimated to the program. But if you can trade up and get this guy, I'd absolutely do it. And a few of the games in the tournament, he saved Duke's ass. They were playing weren't playing that great, and he would just go off. He's an absolute scorer. He's okay defensively, but not great. But definitely an offensive scorer, which we desperately need. And also they're still trying to get DeMarcus Cousins. So imagine train for DeMarcus Cousins, signing LaMarcus Aldridge, and getting Justice Winslow. Add that to what we already have. So it looks like a pretty good team. Cleveland better watch out if Celtics ended up getting all those players, and whoever else Danny can cook up over the summer. One good thing, as you guys all know, is Danny is an absolute wheeler and dealer with players, draft picks, you name it. So, as you all know, that's how we got Kevin Garnett, Ray Allen, Kevin Garnett. So, it's pretty awesome. I can't wait to see what Danny does this summer. And other Bruins news is Rangers are kind of balking, I guess, at letting Jeff Gorton actually talk to the Bruins. So, it's kind of up in the air if he's even officially going to be interviewed for the position. So it's still down to 3 or 4 people still trying to decide. It's going to be at least another month, I bet, before they actually make a decision. So don't get your hopes up. But as you know, as soon as I hear something, I'll definitely pass it along to you. And so that's pretty much all I have for tonight. Hope you enjoyed the show. Talk to you tomorrow.
Some legends are told, some turn to dust or to gold, but you